the New York Giants taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings. And he returns this to the 22. And the new... A little jet sweep to start the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 4. It's now second.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
On the carry.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 39, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Jones looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are, you know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Jones pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
The running back.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 7 catches, 54 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
They'll give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Jones on 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Jones.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Number 33.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
11 on the play. First down, Vikings.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Vikings nothing.
To throw now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Smith catches left side.
The pass.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On the ground, it's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he's able to put it through.
Good.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
Jones pass.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this belongs to the Vikings. Now they're going to hold serve. The defense stops them. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game, because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Down Minnesota.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. That'll be complete to Cook. Cook able to, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Jones now, throwing on first down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Daniel Jones.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Of the first half.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field. The Super Bowl 52 champs hosting a team that's never won a Super Bowl, the Detroit Lions.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Blankenship set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases. Whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you'd like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jones.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the cover.
Throwing again. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Daniel Jones.
Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Throwing Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that'll be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Number 80.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
His kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Giants 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He was tackled.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
From the gun, Jones throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
8-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
From the 41, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
14.
The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Daniel Jones.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, that's complete to Slayton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start the drive with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Can't get away, and he's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez able to run it down for a loss of a yard. Decided to keep it that time on the option. Got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? Because the defense, as you said, not letting him get upfield. No place for him to ever duck his shoulders and turn upfield and gain yardage. Had to keep moving out laterally. Nice play by the defenders.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
No! Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Now Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They run again on first down. Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The pass.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
Here's Jones. To throw on third down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for number 35. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Jones pass.
Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. To throw again on second down. Jones. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Vikings, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.